I've more or less grown up in the Rochester food scene, with a few stints in Boston, but it's been a few main players, obviously, and they keep reaching and doing something new, and they're all of a certain caliber and quality, and they're popular.
Yeah.
Personally, it's I think it's been like 5-6 years. My wife and I moved out of the city of Rochester in about half an hour to a podunk town, just a little south of Rochester. So when I'm in the city, dude, it's like work, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
It literally is like, I rarely, my wife and I went out to like a Jiva Theater a few months ago. My parents, you gotta go to Jiva. They're like members or whatever, and every time they go see a show, you gotta go to Jiva. You gotta go to Jiva, and I'm like, yo, yeah. And finally, there was a show about Patsy Cline, and I'm into classic country, so I was like, fine, we'll go. And so we went out to eat. That was like a rarity for us going to the city and out to eat. And sometimes this excludes you because you're often trying new things, but for me it's creature comforts. And for me it was good luck, because that was a place that I just kind of really realized how good food could be, especially outside of a major metropolitan.
That's
and
cool.
So we went to Good Luck, had a fucking awesome meal, and Patsy Cline was sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So does the name Skeeter Davis?
Yeah, I've heard that. Okay. I don't think I'm too familiar. No.
Old bluegrass.
Okay.
You were just in Nashville.
Yeah.
You went to the Ryman.
We went to not the Ryman, the Grand Ole Opry. Ryman's downtown. Gotcha. Grand Ole Opry moved to the mall.
Yes.
Yeah, we went for Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
It was a dream.
Yeah, how was that?
It was amazing. One of my longtime friends, she works at Pizza Wizard. I went with her and her sister.
Okay.
And it was 2 days. It was we flew down there. We got the most gaudy Airbnb we could find. Like it was horrendous, this Airbnb. It was, downtown, and it was like kind of nice, but it, poorly decorated. Everything was Bridgerton themed. Okay. I've never seen Bridgerton, but there was just Bridgerton shit everywhere. The room I stayed in had this neon sign that just said "Slay Queen." Like it was, I don't know what was really going on, but we didn't spend that much time. We had an amazing meal the night prior. Okay. And then the day of, we went to the Opry. We got tattoos the morning of. Yeah. It was the worst tattoo. I have a lot of bad tattoos, but this motherfucker, we go into the space and we should know better, right? We're tourists getting a Sabrina Carpenter tattoo in Nashville. These people think we're a fucking joke, I don't blame them, but they were like, oh yeah, we can do that. We got a guy coming in. I subsequently, I've had to go back and make sure this guy was an employee of the place and not just like some fucking dude they call for bullshit. Because look at this thing, dude.
Wow.
That's a brand new tattoo. The lines aren't there. It's 2 weeks old.
That's crazy.
Anyways, I love Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah. When I heard she was playing at the Opry, I love classic country, so I was like, "Fuck, dude! Two birds, one stone." So bought tickets immediately. Cost a fortune.
Really?
And then weeks later, I go onto the Nashville subreddit. Mm-hmm. Asking questions, about the show. There's 4 artists playing, and they're like, "No, dude, you got it all wrong. Sabrina Carpenter will play 3 songs because there will be 8 artists playing. Every fucking show at the Opry is 8 artists or more.
Wow.
It's 2 hours long." Huh. And I'm like, no. This is Sabrina Carpenter. She's gonna do this huge set. No, she did 4 songs.
Yeah,
we sat in the second row. It was amazing. It was amazing. Really? I love this woman. I love her voice, and I love her attitude. I think she's hilarious.
I was going to ask that. You're a big Sabrina Carpenter fan?
I truly am. Yeah, most people think it's a joke, and after posting stories of us in Nashville, and then the grand reveal of why we were there, a close up, high res shot of her face.
Right.
People are like, "Holy fuck, you weren't joking."
I know. I thought you were joking.
No, not joking. Absolutely love it. I've grown up. pop music.
Okay.
In the car, mom, brother, Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
That's all they listen to, Whitney Houston and musicals.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, this Whitney Houston thing's pretty cool, And ever since, although I've been into all sorts of different varieties of music and played in god-awful punk and hardcore bands and traveled decently with them, in the background, there's always been Third Eye Blind. There's always been mainstream pop music, often rock, but often not, and just straight up pop music. So it was worth every penny.
That's cool.
It cost a fortune, but I'm not going to go see Sabrina Carpenter at Madison Square Garden, surrounded by 50,000 teenage girls. You know, like I was like, okay, at least I can go see her in this civilized environment. You know, so it was worth it. It was amazing.
I get into some pop music. I mean, there was a time I was like Pink Pony Club. I was screaming that driving down the throughway, thinking like, I'm gonna get after it too.
Yeah.
And I liked Sabrina Carpenter. I like her humor. Her Tiny Desk episode was really good because that was like a country-esque.
That's what hooked me, dude. I was like, holy shit, this is not just maybe not 100% manufactured artist. She probably is, but she does have some talent. And at least whoever the group behind her, I know she claims, I write my songs. I don't want to, why are we talking about Sabrina Carpenter? But that performance, I was like, holy shit, like this is good. I love it. There's some, that's authenticity. Cool. There's something there.
Yeah. My tattoos are all religious because I was a theology major.
All right.
And so I regret this one that says forgiven, because at one point in my life, many, 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 many years ago, I thought I was going to join the Army.
Okay.
And so I met with the recruiter, and he was looking at my tattoos, and he was like, what's that about? And forgiven. I was like, oh, I'm a Christian. It's like a religious thing. He was like, yeah, people are going to think that like you did something really wrong. I was like, it's like, oh, I never thought about that. This tattoo, which is a Greek word, sozo, I was living in Central Texas at the time when I was working for a mega church and school for theology. And I was on Facebook Marketplace, and I saw a kid that had advertised tattoos for free trying to learn.
Wow.
And so I was like, hey, man, I was like, that's cool. I want a small tattoo.
Yeah.
It was like this straight Mexican kid that moved from LA, and I was in his house.
Oh, geez. Yeah. And you got it in a relatively bold spot too. Yeah.
So that was a stupid move. I mean, luckily I'm still alive.
You get enough tattoos. You stop fucking caring about how bad they are. You don't think about it. You're just like, oh geez, I have a toaster on my leg.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. I've come to terms with it.
Yeah. All right. So walk me through the restaurant. So you've got Pizza Wizard and Swillburger, right?
Yeah. Playhouse, Swillburger. It's confusing. It's one business. Coming up on 10 years in December. Time flies.
That's awesome.
When you're just having a dream, living the dream, It's a lot of fun. It's been open 10 years. Big old church.
Yeah.
We found this spot. I was in Boston, and my business partner, Jeff Ching, he said, dude, you should come back. We should do a spot. And I knew Boston wasn't right for me. Financially, I could never make it work. And also, I'm not that talented. Like I have my skill set and I'm comfortable with that, but I'd be a little fish in a huge pond. So
were you in food out there?
Yeah. Okay. I had helped open 2 restaurants, kitchens, design them, write the menu, train the staff, hire the staff, train the staff, get them open for a year or 2, and then move on. And then, I'd came back. Owl House was also a major player in the kitchen there, getting it open, hiring staff, training staff, and then move on back to Boston.
Okay.
So coming back to Rochester just made a lot of sense. I'm from here, born in Geneva, raised most of my life in Fairport, and just knew the city and knew how comfortable it was, how affordable it was. Yeah. And so affordability, both in terms of, personal and professional. So we found this giant old church, and we were walking the streets of Rochester just trying to find something to do. And we found this big old church. And at the time I just wanted to do something, I guess easy, full service restaurants fucking suck, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like all the different menus and staffing. It's always been a nightmare to me. And it's always been the biggest headaches of being in the restaurant scene has been that dynamic between kitchens and wait staff and bussers and hosts. And just like, it's just more staff, more problems. So I want to do something simple. And I was like, what's popular right now? And it's like, oh shit, Five Guys. Five Guys was popular. So before Playhouse opened, I got a job at Five Guys. You know, I just went in and applied, and, they interviewed me, and they did. I kind of dumbed down my resume. I had a decent resume in kitchens and opening restaurants for other people, but I just left a lot of that off there because I didn't, I wanted to get in and see the flow chart, see what they do, see some of the practices. So we were gonna, Jeff and I were like, yeah, let's do burgers, Tom Walls, Bill Graves, huge Rochester institutions, and they've been around a long time.
Yeah.
We can do that too, so we decided to do that. We found this space was way too big. It's a giant space. So we said, well, what else can we do? Jeff has a big background in cocktails and craft beers at the time. So we said, let's do a bar. So we started doing the build out a little bit, and it was like, oh shit, this is still way too big. Yeah. We're both kids that grew up in the late 80s, early 90s. So it was, and it wasn't a new idea. Barcade had been doing it in Brooklyn, and other places were popping up in major cities. And it said, let's throw some arcade games in here. So that place opened up 10 years ago. And it's been super solid ever since. Was around for about 4 years or so, and it got really easy for me, and I had a great team. So I was able to just kind of step back a little bit and, free up some mental capacity. And it was, what should we do next?
Yeah.
And then the story goes that I found this restaurant auction, bought this piece of shit pizza oven, with no idea why, just because it was a good deal.
Yeah.
Got it and said, brought it back to my business partners at the time and said, hey, I got this pizza oven.
Yeah.
You guys, what do you guys think? And they said, oh, if you think you can do it. So just started toying around with pizza. And then after 5 years of Playhouse being open, Pizza Wizard opened up just about 5 years ago.
Okay. That's
so, cool. Blessed to have amazing staff. Pizza Wizard opened up. We have some of the, we were able to hire talent.
Yeah.
People that would leave other restaurants that they were working for, be it sous chefs or chefs, to come work at a pizza shop because they knew me, they knew my style, they knew track record, and they knew what I told them, and that was like, I want to open up a pizzeria that is staff friendly, it's not grinding hours all day and night. The weekends aren't crazy. We close at 8:30. Our last orders come in at 8:10.
Wow.
We still get shit for that, but the idea is that, we all want to go home too.
Yeah.
And I'd much rather have a happy staff and team around me than that extra $2, $3, $4 grand in sales that would come in those later hours.
For sure.
So Pizza Wizard opened up COVID. It was crazy. It was COVID lockdown time. So it was no inside dining. It was come in and take your shit and get out.
Yeah.
And first few weekends were hell, ugly.
Yeah.
We didn't know what we were doing, but slowly but surely figured it out enough that we're still here today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny to think that, so you, Peels on Wheels, and Doughboys all opened up in the same year.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. It's amazing how many places popped up from COVID during COVID doing really cool shit.
Yeah. I guess, a lot of people had free time.
Yeah.
A lot of people, for us, we had started the build out prior to COVID. So the idea had come about the year leading up, and the build out had started. So it was kind of when everything happened, our choices were to just give up and say, oh, COVID happened. So we're done, or just keep plugging.
Yeah.
But in terms of other spots, I don't know if it was timing or the fact that I know Jim from Doughboys said that he just had free time and said, let's start experimenting.
Yeah.
You know?
They were obviously different. They started in like backyards with their,
Yeah.
Gosney, rock
Right,
boxes,
right.
right? And then built it from there.
How's it going with your Gosney, by the way?
Good. I definitely, it's, I like bought the fucking thing.
You bought the dome, right?
I bought the dome. I've used it more so for cooking other food besides pizza in there. And then around the time I got it, my wife realized she's gluten free.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, or gluten intolerant.
Oh, that's tough.
So that was
that's
fun.
tough, yeah.
And then in the last month, I hired a personal trainer, and I've been going to a personal trainer twice a week, and he has me eating like as close to carnivore as possible.
Okay,
and so
gotcha,
I'm not fucking using the thing.
Yeah, but
so it's just sitting there in the backyard, me staring at it. When I go
have
home.
you been using it when you did use it?
Yeah.
Was it straight wood?
No.
Fuck that.
Yeah. That's a process
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
The
yeah.
propane you can fire up and like for a pizza, it doesn't take a while, but it takes like 30 minutes to get the floor up to temp.
Yeah.
But you can get just the ambient temperature and they're up to like 900 degrees within 15, 20 minutes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The stone just takes a little bit longer to get up to 5 or 6.
Right.
But my biggest challenge when I was making the pizzas in there over the summer was just my stretching. Just trying to get for at home for that style. What I want is like a nice, thin, really crispy pizza.
Yeah.
And so that was the struggle that I was having. I was trying like 3-day dough, and which is what I would do for like my Detroit. But 3-day dough is just too difficult to really stretch.
Yeah.
It just kept tearing like
You just
shit.
look at it and it starts moving.
So I found a Kenji Lopez alt recipe for like a 12-hour dough. And I tweaked like just 1 or 2 small things in that. I'd let that go for 24 hours, and that was damn near perfect.
Yeah.
To stretch and like hold. But I still wasn't getting it. It's like that, kind of fear as you're stretching.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck, it's going to stretch. It's going to stretch. It's going to break. It's going to break. And then so I would always be a little bit thicker than I wanted.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Yeah.
So, but now I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do 'cause I'm not cheating that shit.
You got the good one that you can multi-purpose other than
for
pizza.
sure.
Yeah.
And then they come out with a bigger one, and so now I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. The brand new one. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's pretty impressive, like what they can do, what they've done with those ovens.
Yeah.
And then also how many businesses are able to launch
From
trucks
that.
and
Yeah.
shit from just doing that, where they don't have to have some crazy investment.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at Jim. I mean, he's doing everything with domes inside there. It's wild.
Yeah. We've been toying with branching out Pizza Wizard into other locations.
That's cool.
And there's been times where it's like, well, maybe a truck would be fun.
Yeah.
But so I've thought about those, but they make sense more for they make sense more for New York style, for Neapolitan style, and just really banging out Detroit's out of those things. We Pizza Wizard, we're like a volume business. We like to move a lot of pizzas, and I just found it real difficult to imagine doing that out of a Gosney or even some of the other larger kind of propane ovens they make that you can tow behind or whatnot, or wood fired.
Do you par bake?
Yeah. Pizza Wizard par bake, no shame.
I think that's the best way to do it, Detroit, right?
Well, that's debatable, I guess. I've tried it both ways. We par bake out of convenience, not out of what we believe is a better product necessarily.
Okay.
I say we're a volume business. We're a volume business, and navigating, 300-400 doughs a night that would be live dough unpar baked, navigating their temps, and that'd be really, really hard. So we par bake because it makes us crank. It makes gives us the ability to crank. Orders come in. We don't have to be gentle with the dough. Everything's par baked. We grab our loaf and you can throw it across the room. It can handle anything, and we can just move so fast with it.
For sure.
I don't think it speeds up the cook time on the second cook at all.
Okay.
But because you still need to get your cheese melted and your pepperoni crisped up, but it just makes life a lot easier. It's just, yeah, it was a practicality.
Yeah.
But yeah, people, you know, pizza, I don't know if it's the same way. It still is with some people. Some people are so focused on the details, and I get that. Now, I mean, customers, you know, where if they say, "Oh, that place fucking par bakes," you know, like, okay, you know, like, sure, you know, that's a bad thing, I guess. I don't think it's a bad thing, but you know, there's an authenticity that maybe that this old Italian Nana and Grandpa, when they invented this shit, it wasn't par baked, so we're not doing it the right way. But that really doesn't resonate with me. You know, we do the things the way we do because of practicality, because of speed, because of efficiency, and also because of final product flavor. But it's there comes a time when you're running a restaurant, when your profit margins are what they are, that sometimes you make what could be considered a sacrifice, you know, and I don't think it's a sacrifice, but somebody could say, you know, that's not authentic. Right. Well, fuck off.
Yeah. I don't think it affects, if anything, like I would prefer to know that they par bake, because there's a couple places that do Detroit's that don't par bake that I know that cook from dough. Yeah. And it's thin, super thin. And it's like, if you just par bake that, it'd be a much better pizza.
A lot of the times that was part of our reasoning. You know, we had a relatively high hydration dough. It hasn't really changed much, but once we started putting on enough toppings that we thought would satisfy our customers, it would start crushing the dough. You know, the dough wasn't strong enough to hold up to all that. So we would get those kind of flatter pizzas, and we wanted a little more rise out of it. Yeah.
I've got a buddy who's thinking about opening a restaurant here in town, and part of it would be pizza. And he's like, he's sort of thinking about like what style pizza he's going to make. And I'm like, you need to do a legit Detroit, because there isn't a legit Detroit in town. And he's like, well, what do you mean by legit? I was like, you fucking par bake it, you know, like that's part of it. But I say that. Have you ever been to Buddy's in Detroit?
I've never been. No, never had Detroit style pizza. Yeah. You're like out of Detroit at least. Yeah. They don't par bake, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think they do either, but from the videos I've seen of their pizza, it sort of looks like their texture on that is like almost like spongy. Yeah. Which, Buddy's looks like a sponge. It doesn't look crispy. Yeah. You know, it might be fun. I filmed 2 of these, but we only ever posted one, and it was called like Chef's Hometown. And so the concept was I would take a chef back to their hometown for a day. We would go eat at the restaurants that like they grew up on and worked at. And not that you're from Detroit, but I did it with my buddy Tim, who owned Buried Acorn Brewing. He's from Chicago. We flew to Chicago for the day. Wow. And we ate at 3 pizzerias, and then we flew back that night. Yeah. And then I did it with a guy that owns Toss and Fire here in Syracuse, who's from New Haven. Okay. We drove to New Haven for just in a day, ate at 12 pizzerias, and then drove back and filmed them all. And that was a lot of fun. Yeah. That'd be fun to go do it go to Buddy's for sure. Detroit,
yeah. There's a couple other spots out there that, you know, rival. You know, I took a class with a guy who's considered the guy who brought Detroit style pizza to the masses. And how he did that is this young man named Sean Rendazzo, who's passed away since. But he was the first to bring Detroit style pizza to the expo, the Pizza Expo, and he won. And with this Detroit style pizza, which no one outside of Detroit had really heard of in the past. And he basically had worked at some of the rivals to Buddy's, and he was like, "No, Buddy's isn't the best." You know, know, I can't remember the name of the spots, but
that's interesting. Yeah, have you ever been out to the Pizza Expo before?
Yeah, I've been to Nate from Strangebird and I before Pizza Wizard opened. I believe we went to the one in Atlantic City. Okay, not the big one. I've never been to the one in Vegas. Honestly, doesn't really appeal to me that much. Yeah. I like what I do. Yeah. And I know you can make some connections there, and you can make connections with wholesalers and people, and you check out some new products and whatnot. But just, maybe it's changed, but the one in Atlantic City, it just was like, it just felt like a bunch of guys hanging out with their cool jackets on that said, they're from the World Pizza Team.
Yeah.
And they're probably all amazing. And but it just felt like a stroke fest, like,
sure.
oh, look, there was literally people like, oh, look, there's that guy from that pizza shop, like fanboying over this. And I don't know, it's just not that serious to me.
For sure.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going in March.
Oh, no shit, to the Vegas one. Yeah.
I've got a buddy that, I know a few restaurant owners from Syracuse that go every year.
Yeah.
And it's like their guy's vacation, right?
Cool.
If you're going out there to gamble and shit, because it's like Pizza Expo, there's Restaurant and Bar Expo, and then I think there's like a gaming arcade one that all happens.
The guy who's the president of that group, they're not, it's not the same time this year. He actually is one of the owners of the company that provides the video games to Playhouse Swillburger.
Oh, cool.
And he's subsequently become, he's like the head of the gaming and whatever. And he was telling me the other day is real disappointed because they didn't overlap this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get out to Vegas. I've been once before in the wintertime and loved it with my brothers and cousins. And we're not big, like, we're not like strip club guys or anything crazy partiers, but just going out there and finding cheap blackjack tables.
Go for it. Yeah.
So then we went during the week, and then on the weekend, it's like, okay, that's getting a little crazy. But anyways, the influencer world in Vegas is the most appealing thing to me.
Yeah.
Because there's these massive influencers out there who've got like 1 million plus followers.
Yeah.
Vegas is like the perfect town for being a restaurant influencer. And the majority of them are all friends and get along and help each other promote their own clients and stuff. So one of the guys out there has a podcast where he just interviews other influencers. And for somebody like me, it's the most informative thing on like my business.
Yeah.
Because I've never, I started with the marketing side of the business, like social media management for restaurants, and then went into just the Instagram account, and then now it's like the influencer thing. But I just never knew how the finances of it worked.
Yeah.
Like I just assumed, you get a certain amount of followers and then everybody just calls you and gives you money to come make a video. And that's not how it works. And so what I learned from them is all of them, the big influencers, have their business structured the same way I do. They all manage social media for restaurants. They all get paid by some restaurants to do videos.
Yeah.
They all get paid by the platforms to post. And they get paid by some huge companies like Pepsi and stuff that do campaigns.
Yeah.
So the biggest influencers in the world all make their money the same way that I do.
Yeah.
Just a lot more zeros.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's just very interesting. So I think when I go out there, there's a big company called Jump Force Media that is like social and advertising company that they only hire influencers and so to work for them. And so I'm trying to get in contact with them and like go, stage essentially with them for a day or two.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity.
And then go to the expo for a day.
Yeah. I can't imagine, I can't imagine a little bit, the social media thing. I'm sure it's very similar, but because not necessarily social media, but you do marketing through social media for restaurants, but that's constantly it's constantly changing, you know, like what people want, like what people are actually tuning into, if at all,
Sure.
It felt like years ago when this shit started getting big, people wanted these heavy descriptions of these dishes, and that seemed to be the focus. And now it just, I don't even know if anyone wants to read a thing.
Yeah.
Is it worth any text whatsoever, or is it just the first fucking thing that pops up? I don't know if you feel that, or you study that, or you're like, you check the analytics. Well, what's getting clicks and what's not?
I do and I don't. I mean, I go back and forth of seasons where I'm all about that, and then there's seasons where I'm like, dude, I've over the years I've seen so many videos of like, this is the new trick, this is the new trend. And what I've learned is they all say, most of them say conflicting things. Or they all say, or there's a time where like every big one's saying the same thing. But like the last 5 years, the same thing they're saying over and over and over again. It's like, so I try not to really follow trends.
Yeah.
I think the best thing that I know how, I think my biggest advantage is understanding the target audience. And so, you know, if you're trying to reach people 25 to 54 who have disposable income and go out to eat a lot, I know exactly how to target them.
Yeah.
I know what special to come up with, what type of content they want to see, how often to run a special, like all that kind of stuff. And so I think that's my biggest strength.
Yeah.
But just having this conversation with a business partner about this, it's like, you know, what do you think you do best? Do you think like you're just a really great cameraman or video editor? I'm like, not really at all. It's just like, I know what to do to get people in the door.
Yeah.
And so I think if you know how to do that, the trends don't matter.
Sure.
Like you can just still do the same thing. Like I just had the conversation with a client yesterday. He's like, all of our content's really repetitive. I'm like, but that's what works.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but I see this coffee shop that were like, you know, they're throwing whipped cream in their customer's face. It's like, that doesn't fucking work. Sure.
I love those trending, everybody fucking copies. When restaurants start copying and get involved, I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
I fucking hate it. It drives me crazy.
Yeah,
man.
no, I hate it too, but I just love I'm just like, oh God, yeah.
I just want to make fun of them. You know, I just like all the Sora videos of, you know, people putting Jake Paul eating their food. It's like, God damn it.
Wait, I thought you said sword videos.
Oh, no, Sora.
Because I love sword videos.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite genres of restaurant social media is swords. Yeah.
That's hilarious. I can't tell you how many people I've showed that video to.
I appreciate it.
I mean, hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Especially and it was here in Syracuse. Because my buddy Tim, who owned Buried Acorn, you guys are like, you could be twins. I mean, not just in appearance, but just in like personality and like approach to social.
Yeah.
You know, he had this creepy doll that he would put in all of his videos and he would dress up like a squirrel and just run around, you know, just the dumbest shit.
Just brain rot.
Right.
Sort of, yeah.
And he was he was a musician in a touring band and all that shit, you know. So it's like he was like the first person I showed your videos to, but there's so many people where I'm like, look at this. Like, this is the stuff that Rochester has, you know?
Yeah. I love it. Social media for us, for me, it's a love-hate relationship. You know, like sometimes it feels like it gives you the opportunity to just be yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, I feel super fortunate that I've gotten to a point where I can do that because not everyone can rabble rouse or you know, just kind of stir the pot a little bit.
Right.
You know, we're not like a super controversial entity, but on occasion we like to, you know, have fun. And if we see something kind of silly, I'm not afraid to call on it,
for sure.
You know, so sometimes if something fucking funny happens, I am over the moon. I'm like, sweet, you know, material.
For sure.
And then sometimes it's so forced, you know, it's like, fuck, dude, nothing funny has happened in so long.
Yeah.
And that's when I get to the point with making these posts where it's either forced or it's nothing at all. And I'm just like, here's a fucking pizza.
Right.
You know, at first it was such a joy because I had so much material in my head. You know, there's just the things I think about and see every day. And now I've used it all. Yeah. And now I just have to wait for
something.
You know, a couple months ago, I made a whole post about this. A couple months ago, I was walking the dog. And I'm in this small ass town that I live in. Yeah. And I'm walking the dog, and there's these 3 teenage girls walking the other way. And I hear one of them say to the other one, they say, "No, you do it. No, you do it." And I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. You know, like, what am I about to be a part of? I could just put my head down. I'm walking the dog, and I hear, "I like your dog." And I barely even look up. I'm like, "Thank you." And we walk by, and then one of them turns around and goes, "Old man." Like, you know, like that's fuel, you know, like that was this, I made a whole post about that. That's because, hilarious. You know, I just had run out of stupid shit. Yeah. So I'm constantly writing down shit every time something stupid happens or I hear something, just hoping it sparks something. But
there was a time on social media that I would take comments from people like super personally. So there's a time years ago during a snowstorm, before I was like really doing video work at home, we had gotten a donut from like Tops, and it was late at night in the middle of a snowstorm. And I walk into the middle of my street, and underneath the street lamp, and blizzard out, and I just do a stupid video of me with the donut in my hand, crushing it and then throwing it. And the caption said, "What happens when someone brings you a donut that's not from Glazed and Confused," which is a place in Syrinx, right? Immediate backfire.
Oh God.
There's starving children in Africa, all that kind of comments after comments. After comments. And so
hopefully you didn't respond to too many of them.
Yes. There was this one chef who was like, just going, he and I are going back and forth. I'll never forget this night because my wife and I are sitting on the couch watching a movie. It's like a Thursday night. We don't have to work tomorrow. We're up late watching a movie together. And I'm just sitting there responding, saying to her, like, guess what he just fucking said? Guess what I said, And so eventually, after like an hour of that, she's like, are you really fucking doing this? Like, put your phone down. So there was a time that I would do that.
Yeah.
AAA sponsored, AAA of Western and Central New York, great company. They sponsored a video series with me 2 years ago. And one of the comment that pisses me off the most is like when I go to a town and people are like, you forgot, like you missed out on this place.
Of course.
Yeah. I didn't fucking miss out on shit.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And so I think a woman said something similar to that in a comment. And I said something like that, like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I hope you die. Right.
Yeah.
And so anyways, I don't remember what happened after that. I just remember apparently I said something mean to a woman in the comment section.
Did AAA come at you?
The very next year, so that was this year, we reached out to AAA and said, hey, summer's approaching. We'd love to do another thing. And they wrote back and said, we can't imagine working with Anthony ever again.
Oh, wow.
He responded so poorly to a woman in a comment on one of the videos that she called us and canceled her membership.
Oh, no. Oh, that's great.
And at first I was embarrassed. I was like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So, there's some of that stuff on the internet.
The response is, Pizza Wizard's been around long enough now that most people that follow us get us, it hasn't always been that way. And we still get new followers that on occasion are really confused.
Yeah.
But the comments are like they're like reviews, it's kind of like a Yelp, when back in the day, Yelp used to be important and Google is now with, that seems to be the prominent platform.
Yeah.
Sometimes you read those things and you get all fucking pissed off and you write shit back. The more you do it, and I'm sure you've gotten this way, your thin gets a little thicker and you just realize it's fucking not important.
Yeah, for sure. I've now come to the point, especially on like my Facebook page, I can't read comments.
Yeah.
On TikTok, I will every once in a while, and then I'll like do a video response to them just because it's like more money. But on Facebook, I can't read them because they're always either you're so amazing or I hope you die.
Yeah,
there's brutal. Like no in between.
Yeah.
And so I've stopped reading a lot of them. Same thing when it comes to DMs and that kind of stuff. Yeah. The worst encounter I had was I put out, and I don't put out a lot of like, I think this food sucks, you shouldn't go there videos. But one of them I did last year with a restaurant that was just awful. The owner on Christmas morning sent me a DM and said, the next time I see you, I'm going to shoot you.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And then I just did a place in Binghamton that everyone that I've ever met that's from Binghamton is like, these are the best wings that have ever existed in the universe. And so I did a video saying they're not that great. And this guy down in Binghamton, apparently they have a Facebook food group. And this guy went through like every video I've ever made of eating chicken wings and took screenshots of me eating chicken wings. I'm a fat white guy. The last thing I want to do is play into any stereotype of a fat white guy eating food. And in my head, I avoid so that means I avoid any buffet because I'm not going to be like the guy where people are like, oh, how many trips is that? And I'm not going to eat anything crazy messy.
Yeah.
Like the last thing I want is somebody walking by me at a restaurant and seeing chicken wing sauce plastered all over my face.
Yeah.
And so I put the whole chicken wing in my mouth to avoid that. And this guy took a screenshot of me shoving a chicken wing in my mouth of every chicken wing video I've ever posted. And then posted on the Facebook group down there 70 pictures of me eating chicken wings.
Wow.
And wrote like 2,000 words
Yeah.
of just.
Yeah, that was Facebook, right?
That was on
yeah,
Facebook,
Yeah, that
yeah.
sounds about right.
I mean, I had people texting me, calling me, DMing me, emailing me like, hey, you've got to take a look at this. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Facebook's dead though, right? For this type of shit, you know, like you don't think so? I don't. It's an afterthought to me. Should I be paying attention to Facebook? It's just attached to Instagram. That is all. I post on Instagram. It goes up there. I don't ever go on Facebook.
My advice would be create different content that's video.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Facebook's my
I don't have
biggest.
time for that shit. You know, like that's crazy.
I don't know how you would do it with your content because like so much of your stuff is captions.
Yeah.
Like if I see like the pictures you post, I'm like, this doesn't fucking matter. What's the caption say?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so it's video. Like Facebook's my biggest platform.
Fuck.
I've got 120,000 followers, and it wasn't always like that. It like jumped, but
Yeah.
Instagram is my least important platform.
Jeez, I'm the op. Well, I don't fuck with TikTok. It's just
TikTok's
too much
huge.
work. It's just too much work.
It's sort of different. Like if your business is good, your business is good. Like I don't know. I go back and forth. Like on one hand, if you're making money,
Yeah.
who the fuck cares?
Right.
On the other hand, I'm convinced, and I was homeschooled and raised in Kentucky. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay. I was asking restaurant owners on podcasts since what year is this? 2025. Since 2017, what are they going to do about the recession coming next year? So for fucking 7 years,
Yeah.
we're all fucked next year, right? The economy's going to crash. Commercial real estate, 33% default rates. Home residential, 30% we're fucked.
Yeah.
Okay. So on one hand, I'm like, who gives a fuck, dude? If you're selling 300 pizzas a day,
Yeah.
don't fucking do anything.
Right.
On the other hand, I'm like, in 6 months, when the economy's in the fucking toilet, nobody's buying food.
Yeah.
You're gonna hope, pray to God, you have a Facebook and a TikTok.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't know what the
All
answer
right.
is. I have no idea what content you would create though, video based.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you're gonna want to put the fucking pizza wizard suit on every day and make a video,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine it. You know, it's just. I've made a few videos. I'm not a big video guy, and I've also had bad luck with it. People just don't like them that much.
Yeah.
Because I can't for the life of me do a produced video like a nice one. Like I'm sure I could.
There was one that was pretty well produced.
Which one?
Did well? The
sword one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The table side.
Yeah. That took forever though. That took me like 2 hours. I can't spend 2 hours on this.
Did you
shit.
edit it?
Yeah. That was all me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the pro and the con. You know, I rarely show anyone any of this shit before I post it,
Yeah.
which sometimes, you know, can bite me in the ass or it's just bad. It's just not funny or it's poor camera angles and the lighting shit.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, that's when I'm able to just not worry about what anyone thinks, you know, not worry about what my wife thinks. Oh, she thinks it's really stupid. You know, everything I do is stupid. So
I think you could probably do solid video content where you intentionally just make fun of every trend.
Yeah.
And also something where like you throw the pizza, like a pizza at the wall every day or some shit or once a week.
Yeah. I'd get smacked around like you with that donut though, the starving children.
For sure. Yeah. I don't know how much of that stuff matters anymore. Like those comments don't matter. They're just annoying.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, you have to have thick skin to really like post shit online. I mean, listen, I think 99% of the shit that you post online about me is hilarious, except for that one.
Except for that one time.
And it's not that I didn't think it was funny, just to clearly, like, I have noticed.
I don't know that anyone even really saw it because it was posted at what, 10 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. And then I got a message from you and I was like, oh, fuck, dude.
Which
I was like, shit, dude. I like overarching thing about me is like, when I rag on people, you know, and there's a few people I rag on the most, like, I'm not going to say it's out of a place of love, but like this, like the Strange Bird thing, right? Everyone's like, dude, you know, what's going on? Why do you know, like,
for sure.
Dude, it's a fucking joke, dude. I know virtually most of the people that either are owners there or are in the chef position. It's just a fucking joke.
Right.
But, you know, sometimes I can cross the line on accident. It's not, it's not purposefully, me like,
yes,
Anthony, look at how fucking stupid this guy is, and because I blame you, because in the past you've been like, dude, that was good. Anytime I've just mentioned you, you're like, dude, that's fucking good. I was like, oh, this guy will get a kick out of this.
And I should have, but now,
was it the text or the video, or was it everything? Because the text said, looks like this dude had one too many burnt ends. Okay. And then the video, I didn't even remember it. I was trying to, I couldn't even find it on my phone the other day. It was just like you tweaking out, right? I was like,
yes, it was, which was it was fucking hilarious. And like, as soon as like in the morning when I woke up, like I woke up in the morning thinking, fuck, go on there and remove what you sent, like remove the DM, because, and I blame working out.
Yeah.
I have like over the past month since I've been going to a personal trainer, eating, I had a fucking 1.5 pound steak for breakfast this morning.
Wow.
Right? So, I feel great. I'm losing weight, all that kind of shit. It has made me so serious and like unfunny that like I've noticed there's something creatively wrong with me, because now I'm like, how many fucking grams of protein am I getting in this type of a mentality? And so when I was online, like, it's like, I haven't eaten in 4 hours. I'm starving. I'm like, I can't fucking eat anything, because then if I eat now, I won't be able to eat until 12 the next day. Yeah. And then I see that, I'm like, that fucking prick.
I'm so sorry.
Do not apologize whatsoever. And please don't let up in the future, and don't even think twice about it. I'm just in the, fat guy.
I don't know why you keep calling yourself
I'm just saying, right. Hey, when you start switching up and like dieting, right?
Yeah,
life is miserable.
Yeah.
I'm just at the tail end of that, where I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually great.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago when I saw that, I'm like, that fucking prick. I can't believe this shit. I can't believe he's going after me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no offense taken whatsoever. Please don't let up.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious.
All right, cool.
I do wish more people had the balls to do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And not that like everybody should, because then it's like pointless,
then it's stupid.
But, right.
Yeah. Like the thing, like I can't even, it's not even, we don't even do it that much. We have this, fake beef with other restaurants that the other restaurants don't even know about, and it's bit me in the ass before. Like, there's a restaurant in Rochester called Fiorella, and there was some post I did once. I reposted it, and maybe it was a Reddit post, and it said, what are some local restaurant beefs that no one knows about? And I just posted it to my story, and I wrote something like, ask Fiorella or something like that. And I know the owners there, and my parents, my parents' favorite restaurant. They go there monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, shit like that, and they really appreciate that restaurant. And after a couple of days, the owners reached out to me, and they were like, Brian, did we do something? And I'm like, wait, what? I was like, I'm so sorry. Like it was like, sometimes things are so obvious to me.
Right.
And it's easy to forget that not everyone gets it.
Yeah.
But, Strange Bird, that's a place I rag on all the time. I say, that's the only restaurant you can go in, and when you come out, your whole body is fucking sanitized because of how sterile the environment is. It's like, wow, I'm so clean now because like this is like the most sanitized place I've ever been. It's, it's all just like, it's all good fun. Like sure. I have the utmost respect. One of my business partners, he's an owner there.
Okay, gotcha.
Like,
right.
and after once in a while, he's like, bro, can you not this week? Can you not?
That's hilarious.
But it's just meant to be fun. Sometimes people haven't taken it that way, and most of the time I feel pretty bad about that. I'm like, dude, I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah.
Like Lewis from Peels on Wheels. I've busted his chops over the years, and I had never fucking met the guy. And that's the thing. I don't know any of these people, and it's just, I'm trying to pull something out of him. Like, give it to me. And he's one of the few that would like, do a comment or something back to me.
Yeah.
But after a while, I would just reach out to him. Like when he announced that he was closing, I came up with this great video, and I was like, this could be. And I still don't know him. We've chatted on fucking Instagram, but I was like, I sent it to him. I was like, hey, I don't want to make you upset, but this is really funny, don't you think? And he was like, post it. So. Anyways, it gets us into a little trouble once in a while, but most of the time people think it's pretty fun, and the restaurants sometimes get involved. I want more to get involved, because it makes it a little more fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's genius. I really do, because it is just something different.
Yeah.
Everything is sort of the same, out there.
Right.
And it's tough to like try and find a creative way to do something that's different and authentic, so to speak.
Yeah.
So.
For us, for me, that's like those emails, our emails are just based off of, mailing lists. They're a fucking nightmare. I spend so much of my time unsubscribing from things.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you create a mailing list that's, people won't unsubscribe from? And so with what I've been able to create is this 1997 Angel Fire. When I was 17, I made a website on angelfire.com/NY. It was a free website. I don't know if you've ever seen these things. This broke any gatekeeping to the internet. It was Angel Fire and GeoCities, where these two servers or hosts that were like, hey, who wants an email or who wants a website? You can do it for free. The only catch is it's littered with advertisements.
Yeah.
But the only features you could do were you could put text on there. You could upload fucking, 8-bit pictures or, fuzzy pictures. You could do a counter. The counter was crucial. Every time a person visited, the counter went up by one.
Yeah.
And then you could do like scrolling text and sometimes you could do like animated GIFs and shit like that. But that's what I wanted to recreate with that and have it be chaotic, just look awful.
Yeah.
And people love it,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You don't do that with Swillburger though, do you?
No, because it takes so much time, and because Swillburger is like a different identity. When Swillburger opened and the first few years, we did have a little edge to us. But it just kind of fell off, and that's been a real tough social media kind of niche to try to find. And Swillburger is also incredibly family friendly, incredibly. You go there Saturday morning and it's just kids. And we can never we can never just transfer the identity from Pizza Wizard over there. Pizza Wizard was always born as like this bastard son who's just a little aggressive and a little chaotic. So Swill, and I'm not too involved with a lot of the day-to-day and the social media. In the past, I've tried to get involved, but it just feels like the voice is super muddied when I get involved as well. And we've tried the email lists, and the main purpose of the email list is just generate sales, remind people. What I really want to get into is fucking text. And so right now at Pizza Wizard, we've got like 600 or 700 people that are on our text list.
Okay.
But that's where it's at, really? Like when you get a text, like an email, I'll open that later. But the text is right there.
Are you talking from a humor standpoint or from
both? The humor standpoint, it's unfortunate because the text messaging platform that we use Toast POS. It has built-in marketing software that it's fine. It gathers all the customer data that people when they agree. Yes, I'll sign up for this, that, the other thing. The texts. You only have so many characters, and there's a lot more regulation on it. I just sent a text out for the first time because I was like, oh, I fucking forgot about text. Let me try that. So I sent out this picture of this weird kid, and that picture cost me one message. And then the text said, hey girl, it's late. You still up? Pizza Wizard's got a fucking $12 pepperoni tonight. But it all got cut off because you're only allotted so many characters. And it's really expensive compared to the free email marketing. But I really want to get back checking the text. I feel
That'd be
like,
cool.
you know, ding, ding, ding.
Right.
Who's this? It's Pizza Wizard.
Yeah. You'll probably succeed at it if on the humor side of things and be able to convert. I, as a consumer, fucking hate marketing texts.
Yeah.
Despise them.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
But people still sign up for this shit.
I know.
When I sent that text, I will say, when I sent that text out last week, 5 minutes later, I checked the stats to make sure it was delivered because it hadn't come to my phone yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it said that like 37 people unsubscribed in 5 minutes. It was amazing.
That's hilarious.
But, you know, I'm going to keep hammering them until they're all gone. Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. I signed up for alerts on, I bought carnivore snacks. So it's like, I don't know if you've seen it. It's like really high-end beef jerky.
No.
It's literally just like a thin slice of ribeye steak.
Yeah.
And then dehydrated. And it's like $30 for a fucking bag.
So you're
of
on the marketing for the deals, the wheels and deals.
So annoying.
Yeah.
So fucking annoying.
Yeah. That's like, you got to be you know, it's another thing about social media. A lot of places, probably yourself included. I mean, you're not a business. You're not a restaurant, right? I don't want to see your face every day.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to fucking see your face every day, you know, and I don't want to see my pizza every day. And I don't want to see this guy's food every day. Now the analytics probably say people do, right?
Yeah.
And you have to keep up with it. I went to we talked about Sabrina Carpenter, Grand Ole Opry. However it happened, I was on their email list. And I got like 2 emails in one day, and I was like, okay, enough is enough.
Yeah.
Unsubscribe.
For sure.
You know, like I can't. You know, with Pizza Wizard, we try to do one thing a week.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I know it's probably frowned upon, but like it's worked for us.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's I mean, when it comes to like the repetitiveness, yeah, it's tough. I've got a guy in New York City that I hired.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I like his content. I think, you know, he popped up on my For You page, I think a year and a half ago. He got laid off from his job, and he kept just posting, I'm unemployed in New York City, and here's everything I made and spent in a day. And I was like consuming so much of his stuff. It was like, I just sent him a DM. It's like, hey dude, I'll pay you $50 if you just go out to eat and send me the video and I'll edit it and post it. He was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And after about 6 months, it was like, okay, now you'll be on camera and you'll edit it and I'll post, I'll pay $100. He was like, great.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Nobody fucking watches those videos. Like at least.
You think it's because of him or is it he's New York City and no one gives a fuck about New York City?
Well, that's my second biggest market.
Is it?
For views.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
I would try and go down there twice a year and just fly in, try and go hit as many restaurants as I could in a day and then fly back home.
Yeah.
Because I try not to do overnights with our son.
Yeah.
But so I would get down there a couple times a year and put out content and people enjoyed it. And I would get, you know, they would get decent views. But for some reason it's him. I think it's just because the page, unfortunately, has turned into me eating food saying wow.
Right.
And if it's anything other than that.
Right.
Podcast clips do well.
Yeah.
But for some reason his stuff isn't really converting. Like a lot of the comments on the Facebook post for that will be, who's this fucking asshole? Get Anthony back. You know? So
yeah, got it.
but I get DMs from people sometimes are like, dude, where was the post today? I watch you every morning at 7 a.m. How come it didn't come out?
Yeah.
And even kids. I was at the mall, this fucking place. This fucking place sucked.
What, Galleria?
No, Syracuse.
Syracuse Mall? Wait, what's the Syracuse Mall called?
It was Carousel.
Destiny
now it's
USA.
Destiny
Yeah,
USA.
gotcha. That's what I meant. Destiny.
This place, it's called Sweet and Salty. Mm-hmm. It's a kiosk in the food court. They do crepes and milkshakes and crazy stupid shit. They launched this gold leaf dessert menu. One of them's
Delicious.
one of the things is called the Touch of Midas.
Oh,
okay.
Gotta get there.
It's a Belgium waffle with whole strawberries, whole Ferrero Rocher, and then marshmallow cream, and then another Belgium waffle with sliced strawberries, Ferrero Rocher, marshmallow cream, and then sprinkled white chocolate flakes all over the top. An entire white chocolate leaf that is this big and that thick that's shoved in there, and then a scoop of vanilla ice cream. And then they put these looks like spray painted, like those. It's the size of a BB. Like you can't actually fucking eat it.
Things.
Sprinkle.
Yeah.
And then
they're gold.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're spray painted gold. And then gold leaf all over it. So I get a DM from them that's like a mini press release. We're launching this on Saturday. We're inviting all local media to it. You've got to come. And I respond and say, I'm never coming unless you pay me.
Yeah,
It's like, no offense. This is something I would never just come and eat on my own. If you want to pay me for a visit, which is what I say to restaurants, like most restaurants when they DM, it's like, I looked at the food. It looks good. You'll go on the list. When you're next up, I'll stop out for free. If you can't wait, you can pay me a couple $100. I'll come out right away.
Yeah.
And if I don't like the food, I just say, hey, maybe I'll put you on the list. Maybe you'll see me. Maybe you won't. That's it. Right. So this place, I'm never going to naturally come to you because I just don't care about that food. But if you want to pay me, I'll come out and I'll figure out a way to. So like, great, we'll pay you. So I go out there. The food sucks. I mean, it's the worst fucking thing I've ever eaten in my life. And that's saying a lot. Wow. It's the worst fucking thing. Yeah. Have you ever eaten gold leaf before?
No, I don't think so.
It fucking is awful. I'm not convinced it didn't give me cancer. Yeah. It tastes like metal.
Oh.
It just tastes like fucking metal.
Yeah.
And so, like in the video, I had to like not say it was good, but find a way to not say this is shit and you should never buy it. Right. Yeah. So anyways, and I posted it yesterday. I get a bunch of texts from colleagues that are like, we got the same invite and we didn't go. Why the fuck did you go? I was like, well, you saw the paid ad part in the video, right? Anyways, I'm standing there on a Saturday videoing them making this, just pissed off because I'm like, why the fuck did I agree to do this? This is going to suck. All of a sudden I hear, excuse me. And I'm like, they're clearly talking to one of the staffers. Excuse me, sir. And I'm like, fuck. And I turn around and I'm like pissed off. And it's this little girl, and she's like standing there with her mom. And she's like, my mom lets me watch your videos. Wow. I love you.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh, that's great.
That's amazing though.
But I'm like, oh shit, now I have to think about that.
Yeah.
You know?
I just, that's one thing I've never done and will never do is me talking. And listen, I fucking get it. And I like, Kevin McCann used to do it at McCann's and I would watch it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, him talking, I would watch.
Yeah.
But like, he had something to say. Like, I don't have anything to say, I just can't look at myself on a selfie cam,
right?
Talking to it. I mean, more power to you.
It used to be the most embarrassing thing ever.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's how I would feel.
I would sit here.
I'm not embarrassed for you. You're doing a great thing and it's very successful. But but I could never fucking do that. Yeah.
If I had to set up a camera in here and do a video by myself, I'm like cold sweating. I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
If I go into a restaurant and they don't know I'm coming in and they're busy, and I have to film a video, I'm like sweating. I'm like, this is so fucking embarrassing.
Oh God.
So yeah, it does. But I don't know. I think it's one of two things. You either need to just like figure out who you're talking to and talk to them, or figure out who you're posting for and post for them. And it doesn't matter if that's 500 people, it's 500 people, 5 million, it's 5 million, or you have to chase, I won't say viral. Cause like nobody goes viral and like Rochester and Syracuse and places like that are very few, but you have to chase the special. Like, hey, this is the special. You got to come in and get it.
Right.
You got to chase that sort of thing, which works.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just have to be okay with like, hey, listen, today I'm talking to 200 people and hopefully in a month it's 300.
Yeah.
You just got to keep doing it, you know, but it's tough. Cause like, you're trying to fucking get people in your restaurant all the time.
Right.
And I don't know, is it becoming any less fun as like, it gets to be a harder industry?
I don't think it's any less fun. I like to work.
Yeah.
And I don't work as much as I used to. I have great luxuries.
That's cool.
That's due to many years of effort leading up to where I am now, but it's also due to amazing team and trying to treat them well. And in turn, I get treated well.
Right.
It's still fun. What's not fun is, what is the most fun is actually working, actually working the shifts. And that's few and far between when those opportunities are there. Yes, I can jump on at any point, but I can't stand when there's too many people working. Something about it just drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's not a financial thing like, oh, I'm paying all these people. No, it's just like, God, I want to be doing something. So, I've been able to work a bunch of Friday, Saturday nights recently because we got some people out of town, and that's the most fun.
That's cool.
Checking people's time cards and responding to emails, and often the social media, it's more of a job, an unfun job than it is working and cooking, making pizzas, flipping burgers. The times I get to go down to Swill and they need me, and it's like, sweet, like I'm the bun topper, that's my station. And that's fun when it's busy, so my experience in the restaurant industry has not been necessarily, it's gotten harder. Like I know there's more and more struggles, or at least that's what I hear. We try to treat our staff fairly well and give them paid time off and health benefit access. And we tend to keep them. And that longevity makes my life really easy.
Yeah. I don't hear the struggles from restaurant owners in Rochester. And I don't know if it's just because like in Syracuse, one of the things that I fucked up early was I got too involved in knowing the business of the restaurants I was going into, like befriending a lot of the owners and like, oh, what's it like, and that has led to, all the negative shit about the industry.
Yeah.
And maybe in Rochester, because I'm not as ingrained in that side of things, but I don't hear restaurant owners in Rochester talk about, I'm not busy enough.
Yeah.
If anything, it's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm not talking like a few, I'm not even talking my clients. I think that there's one cafe where I went in and did a video and I waited a while to post it. And the owner was DMing me like, dude, we're dead. Can you please post the video?
Yeah.
Other than that one, in the 3 years I've been going to Rochester, everybody I talk to, if there is a problem, it's like, I don't know what to do with all the business that I have.
Yeah. Well, I as an owner, I would always be like, yeah, bring it. I want more business.
Right.
Pizza Wizard is very busy. Playhouse is busy.
Mm-hmm.
Playhouse, there was times when it was busier. I would love for it to be back there.
Yeah.
Pizza Wizard, I want more business on Wednesday nights, but we're both restaurants are healthy, and there's still a good time to work at, and they don't, they provide their challenges, each different.
Yeah.
But in terms of like restaurant problems, I think, one of the things that makes it easy for me is not having, it's not a knock on servers, but like reducing, like really compartmentalizing the stations. And Pizza Wizard, everyone's on one fucking team, and that's the way it'll always be. And at Swill, there's kind of two separate entities there because there's a bar, but it just by simplifying the processes and the food you do, for me, that's just made life so much easier. Ordering food and inventory, it just those things are what bogs me down. They don't bog me down anymore.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the section where I ask you questions and your answer will determine how viral the clip goes?
Oh, I have no idea what this section is, but let's go for it. Yeah.
All right, what's your favorite Kyle cameras?
Now I get it. Yeah.
Kyle, you ready? All right. What's your favorite plate in Rochester?
Garbage plates are trash.
I know they are.
So I don't have one. No, listen, people fucking love them, whatever. I haven't eaten one in 10 years. It's not trash. I take that back. If somebody likes it, great. I don't fucking like it.
You don't like garbage plates?
No, come on. I don't know that anyone truly likes garbage plates. It's kind of a social status thing. Oh, I fucking love garbage plates. Oh, we're from Rochester. This is what we fucking love. I don't get it.
So you've never done like a garbage plate burger or a garbage plate
Oh
pizza?
no, I'll still do it. No, we've done pizzas. We'll do meat hot. We've done the garbage plate pizza. It's the sheer volume of food, and I know you can get a half plate, and I know there's these other things. It's I don't know. It's raunchy. It's raunchy to me, you know. But will I put it on a pizza? We've done it multiple times, and it's very popular. We're putting fucking mac salad on the pizza. We're putting French fries on the pizza. We're putting cheeseburgers and hot dogs on that pizza, and then meat hot and mustard and onions. I mean, it's fucking nasty, but you know the people like it. So my favorite, you know, is it doesn't exist because I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I think of like I hate mac salad.
Yeah.
And so when I think of like a garbage plate in my head, I'm like, yeah, it's gross. For some reason, taking a bite of everything together, I'm like, oh, okay, this is
no. I don't want to be misconstrued. Does it taste good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that first bite.
Yeah. I've never.
That's where I draw the line.
I don't think I've ever had more than 4 bites of a garbage plate.
Yeah.
And so I think if I did eat an entire garbage plate, yeah, I would probably, you know, not be a happy camper.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Cincinnati chili or like Skyline?
Oh yeah. Similar to meat hot.
Yeah.
No beans, but it's just like a very fine meat.
Yes.
Right.
Chocolate. They put chocolate in it.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was dating. I'm Italian, but I was dating an Italian Sicilian, and I came back from a trip because I grew up in Kentucky and Cincinnati. So I came back from a trip and I had a can of Skyline chili, and I was like, hey, I'll make dinner from stuff we grew up with. And I make the pasta, and then I put the mustard and the onions. She's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
It's weird.
You know, I get it.
Yeah.
It's not fucking for me. It's like, yeah, it just does it. Like a bite. Give me a bite, you know? But so I eat fucking Pizza Wizard almost every day. Okay. Almost every day I'm eating a slice of something.
Yeah.
And when we do that special, I can't even eat a slice of it. You know, and it's not because I think it's just like it tastes bad.
Yeah.
Because the taste, it makes sense to me. I love it. I love the mustard and the raw onion and the meat hot. I really like the meat hot, but it's just too much. It's overindulgence. It's like, okay, it feels like a fucking man versus food challenge, you know, like, oh, you know, look at us. You know, I don't know.
All right. Top 3 favorite restaurants in the Rochester area.
Oh, geez.
That aren't your own.
Top 3 favorite restaurants in Rochester. It's pretty basic. Probably the number 1 is aforementioned Fiorella. Huge fan of it. Simple, classic Italian, small, intimate. Jeez, I don't want to get in trouble for forgetting something. Old Standby is good luck. It's just a restaurant staple in Rochester. It's been that way for, I don't know, I think it's been 15, 20 years, something like that. It's been a long ass time. Great chefs, great owners that have just, you know, put together an institution. Yeah. Third favorite restaurant in Rochester. I think one of the longtime favorites would be Rocco.
Okay. Rocco's
another small Italian restaurant.
Heard of that one.
Oh, it's right across the street from the Owl House on Marshall Street. It's been around forever.
Okay.
It's similar to Fiorella, a little bit more expanded menus, super romantic inside, super dark.
Yeah.
Just classic stuff.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Dude, thank you for coming out.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah,
my
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Great opportunity.
Yeah, man.
Hanging out. Love it.
Yeah. Love the pizza. Love the burgers.
Awesome. Thank you.
Gotta get out for the nickel pie one time.
All right. Yeah. Right now we're doing the Papa Dippa.
Okay.
It's fucking amazing, dude. This is, I'm really amped on this.
Okay.
It's the Papa Dippa from, is that what it's called? Papa Dippa? Pizza Dippa? It's from Papa John's. Papa John's does this thing called the Papa Dippa.
Okay.
And it's a thin pizza cut into strips with 4 dipping sauces. And I just said, you know what? We're doing that too this week. And it's called Pizza Dippa.
Nice.
And it's fucking delicious. It's on a thin. Every bite is a journey.
Okay.
You know? Every bite is a journey.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, dude.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.